Hey everybody, how are you doing today? All right, I got a little vibe check-in question for today. So the question is, what is the dominant energy the collective is moving through right now? What is the dominant energy that the collective is moving through right now? What is the dominant energy that the collective is moving through right now? What is the dominant energy the collective is moving through right now? One more shuffle and then I will cut the cards. What is the dominant energy the collective is moving through right now? All right, I'm gonna cut the cards. All right, so I'm gonna do a 3-card spread. So if you're just joining me, welcome. I appreciate you being here. I started this tarot journey in this past year. Relatively new to it, but I'm loving it. I'm loving using the Magical Hours Tarot. So I usually do like a 3-card spread, just general readings right now. You know, and if you've been following or you're watching the videos and you fall into one of these videos and you're watching, then you were led here by your guides, and this question and this message is for you. I also do oracle spreads. I created my own oracle deck. I photographed postcards, manifesting postcards, which are kind of like vision boards that has an affirmation, and we do an affirmation for the day. This is all about raising our inner vibes, our frequency, right? We want to raise our frequency no matter what's going on out in the world. We want to, you know, be grounded. We want to raise our frequency. Because that is how we make the big shifts to show up in the outside world when we do the work individually. I know it's not easy. You know, there's a lot of heaviness going on right now. So the only thing you have control over is how you feel, what you're watching, what you're reacting to, you know, how you're taking care of yourself. So I want to see what the dominant energy for the collective is moving. You know, what is it right now? All right. So we have Queen of Swords. Yeah, so it's definitely affecting. It's not only affecting, it's affecting the world. And yeah, okay, that makes sense. Okay. So there's a lot of information. Swords are information, are truths, and you know, the Queen is the intuitive master, right? So people are starting to follow, instead of following along what's being given to them, you know, from media sources or social media. There's a lot of AI, right? People are starting to trust their intuition. You know, you're starting to saying, you're seeing something and you're saying to yourself, is this real? Does this feel right? Does this sound right? Right? Which is wonderful, because the more we do this, the more tapped in we get into the frequencies and the energies, the better we're going to get at deciding what's real and what's false, right? What the narrative is that's trying to be spun, but what's real. You know, what is really happening, right? And so what we're being told is happening. So a lot of people are moving to, you know, watching, you know, more psychics, watching more astrologers, watching more, because they're getting more factual information, and then they're trusting themselves and how they feel about it, right? You ask yourself, like, does this feel right to me? The story that I'm hearing, and you know. And the better you are at trusting your intuition and your own inner wisdom, the stronger you'll become, and the more connected you will be to the collective consciousness. And obviously, it's affecting the world. You know, the world is being affected by everything that's happening right now. All of the chaos that is happening, it is affecting it. Everyone on a global scale. Yes, there's some hot spots. The United States right now is one of the hot spots, but there are hot spots all over. And there is some movement towards maturity here also with the Queen that I want to say, because the Queen is also about wisdom and maturity. So we are stepping into that role of becoming more mature and using our intuition and our compassion. Queens are also about compassion for what is happening in the world, which is good. So that makes me feel optimistic, seeing that is where we're moving, because that's where I feel like we're moving. And we're right at the point of culmination. Do you see? This is where we are right now. We are at the right at that point, because the 10s are about completion and transition, and the 9s are about things coming to fruition and culmination, and lessons are being learned. So things are being fulfilled. So we're seeing what's happening. I mean, if you look at our wands are about our spirit too, and about our energy, right? About our passions, our spirit, our energy. And if you look at the photo, if you look at the image, she looks like she's, worn out. She is worn out. We are worn out. We are exhausted, but things are coming to a head. We are coming to the culmination, and there is going to be a shift and things are going to start transitioning. Timing, unfortunately, I don't know timing, but that's where we're at right now. We're coming to a head right now. So that is the energy, that's the dominant energy that is affecting all of us at the moment. And that's why I say, do your self-care, whatever your self-care is. Take meditating, grounding, being in nature, reading a book, listening to beautiful music, watching funny movies that make you laugh. We're forgetting to laugh. And of course, I always say one of the best ways to raise your vibration is by tapping into your creative spirit. We are all creative. It just manifests in different ways, just shows up in different ways. Tap into your creativity, whatever that looks like for you. That's going to bring you more joy. That is going to help you, how you feel, your spirit, your energy levels. If you need to sleep more, sleep more. Whatever it is that you need to do, you need to take care of yourself first so you can take care of everyone around you, and then it just spreads out from there. So it's time for some self-care, but trust your intuition right now. Your intuition is giving you a lot of signals. If you get that hit and something doesn't seem right, or that person's not telling the truth, or oh yeah, that person's real trustworthy, trust yourself. Trust that. All right, because we are being asked right now as a collective to rise up in consciousness, I believe. So for that to happen, there's going to be a lot of crumbling before the new things are starting to take form. And we're in that energy right now, and it's affecting the whole world. And I know that everybody's exhausted. So self-care. If you see anything that I haven't mentioned, please let me know. And I hope that you will subscribe, like, comment, and share. I'm trying to grow my channel here on YouTube, especially. So I would love it if you would. And leave me your thoughts. Also, I have 2 shows that I do a month, the first and third Wednesday of the month, called Postcards to the Universe, Creating the Life You Crave. And I have wonderful guests on, people who are all talking about how we can tap into the mystical and raise our frequency. So check that out. All right, everyone, have a good one. Bye-bye.